What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Monday Coffee with the Dog. Crowd goes wild. Yes. Please, glitter throne. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I know it's been like 2 weeks. It's been crazy hectic around this joint, but I am here and I am so happy to be spending time with you. Thank you for spending time with me. Do you guys like my new mug? My friends at Forever Above Me made me a new mug. It's got my name on it. That's super cool. If you want one of these, you can hit them up on Instagram. They are an amazing place to feed your soul off of. A great inspirational brand and just all around people at Forever Above Me. I enjoy them. I enjoy them greatly. So it's been an interesting 2 weeks. It's been a lot of busy, a lot of running. I mean, my kid turned 8 and it was like a whole week of partying. I don't know how I got myself into that, but we had a good time. We definitely had a good time. That's for sure. That's for sure. But it did kind of run into my scheduling for everything else, and it just got away from me. And by the time Monday came, I was exhausted, to say the least. Yes, I was. Yes, I was, to say the least. I was so tired. I was just so tired. I just fell asleep wherever I sat down. Like a golden girl. Yeah. So, this past week, I've kind of had some really interesting interactions with the female influences in my life, and from all ages. I took the little girl who lives across the street from us, I took her shopping for her 9th birthday, and we went to the mall, and our game plan was to just look for anything glitter or unicorn related. We spent about an hour or more in Claire's. Yeah, we found and touched everything unicorn, and we weren't sorry about it, and there was no voice, so we could just take as long as we wanted. Then we ate pizza, we got some ices, some cookies. It was a good time. I mean, that was the best 9-year-old birthday party I think I've ever been to. But when taking her shopping, it was the conversations kind of that I had with her that were just really interesting. And then I had a lot more interactions. I talked to a lot of really awesome young girls at the library who are just such beautiful souls. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, just the sparkle in them, just the originality and the glow of just anything they want to be. And if they would just go for it, I mean, they could conquer anything. They could conquer whatever they wanted. But one thing that I've noticed that we all kind of struggle with is just the same type of insecurities. So many of us have these insecurities about like the way we look or our bodies or our personalities. If we struggle with like anxiety or depression, those types of things kind of interfere with making friends or going after our dreams and things like that. And with talking to so many different age groups, I noticed the same thing. Like, everybody deals with the same type of things. It's insecurities over our appearance to our personality. Are we overbearing? Are we too loud? Are we too outgoing? Are we too quiet? Are we too fat for this? Are we too skinny for that? Do we have the right style? Are we allowed to wear that? Can I wear that? If I wear that, somebody's not gonna like it, and then they're going to be offended that I wore that, so I definitely shouldn't wear that. I mean, I like it, but somebody else might not, so I shouldn't. Like, we question so much stuff about ourselves based off of what we think other people are going to say or other people are going to feel. And ultimately, it's so draining and it's so stressful and it's put such a weight on your shoulders. And I can't help but imagine, like, if girls didn't have to worry about those kind of pressures and stresses and anxieties that are kind of put on us by the way society in today's world functions, would we have an easier time, like, overcoming things and chasing our dreams? And I don't know, it's definitely on us. Like, it's definitely our job to pursue those things and our jobs to not let that kind of stuff get to us and overcome it. But it's very, very hard. I mean, it's something we all struggle with. Like, the majority of girls are gonna be like, I totally understand what you're talking about. And I'm gonna be like, I know, that's why I'm talking about it. So, but it's all such crap. It's all such crap. And I think that's why I'm so open about my experiences, because I was that little girl who bought a Youre magazine every time a new edition came out, because I wanted to, and that was a beauty magazine, and I just wanted to feed on it. I would just sit for hours reading and going through every page and soaking in all the beauty knowledge that I could. But ultimately, it definitely did some negative damage to how I saw myself, you know. I'm really pale and I have dark circles, and that's always been my thing. So when I was allowed to finally wear makeup, my first target was my dark circles. I just wanted to cover them. I just wanted to look like the girls in the magazine, where like everything is the same color. Like, I mean, basically how I look right now. Now, of course, like, if I get really close, you can see a shadow. That would have bothered me back in the day. I would stand, you know, for goodness, 30, 45 minutes in the mirror trying to get my concealer right, trying to get powder to keep my concealer from moving, and ultimately I just had like all this freaking makeup on that was unnecessary to begin with. You know what I mean? It was this mutated idea of what my face should look like based off of a campaign that was created with a computer. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until I started doing modeling and sitting and seeing Photoshop and seeing how photos are manipulated and how things in general, beauty, the perception of beauty and the perception of perfection is all just manipulated and fake. You know, unless you yourself can jump into a computer and allow us to Photoshop you, like, you're it. Like, this is what you got. And I think that it's crap that, like, that's kind of what the industry has been deemed. Like, the beauty industry, when people are talking about the beauty industry, it's like, well, the beauty industry is teaching our girls to hate themselves and change themselves and, you know, not want to be themselves. And the thing that I want to teach with my embracement of beauty, because I've definitely faced the people who are like, if you were really confident in yourself, Emily, you wouldn't wear so much makeup. And I'm like, well, I mean, if you were here like a little while ago, you would have seen when I posted a picture of myself where I didn't have any makeup on, and it looked like I slept on my face with my hair. I didn't have any eyebrows because I didn't have makeup on. Like, most of this eyebrow is fake, right? It's magic. But, you know, I've faced that kind of negativity. And 100% I used to wear makeup because I thought that I was ugly. I thought that I didn't meet the requirement. I didn't have the perfect skin, the perfect complexion. Like, even in the no makeup photos that you see of girls, you're like, oh my god, her skin is so flawless. Well, yeah, I mean, because that's also been edited. The no makeup look also has makeup involved and Photoshop involved, and, like, realistically, skin is skin. Skin is not flawless all the time. Like, I have some pimples on my chin right now. Like, it's a part of life, unfortunately. And the fact that we choose to focus on all of this stuff that people deem negative or deem not beautiful for girls to be, it's just, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's such a waste of time. It's such a waste of space in your head. And it's really hard to follow through. Like, you're like, Emily, You're preaching some beautiful words, girl, but that's not easy when I'm looking in the mirror and all I can hear is people saying, you're to this and you're to that, you need to change, you need to this. And I'm like, I know, it's hard. It's really hard. There are so many models that I've followed or people who inspire me, and like I see them changing. Like I see like when somebody gets plastic surgery and you're like, oh, she got new lips or she got new this or she got new that. I need that to be beautiful. Like, clearly, no, you don't. You don't need that to be beautiful. You need to follow your own path of beauty. And it can be hard because you're like, well, I mean, clearly, if I had the money to get this done or that done, I then could also be beautiful like this person. Well, no. That's not what that means. It means everybody's beauty path is different, and the things that we do with beauty are the things that help us get in touch with our personal, beautiful self inside. If that's expressing yourself through makeup and style and hair and you know, doing different things to your body, then that's what it means to you. It doesn't mean you have to also do something that somebody else did. It means you need to really look inside yourself. You need to look inside yourself and figure out what makes you happy, what makes you strong and healthy and in a good spot mentally, and then allow yourself to start enjoying beauty the way that you want to enjoy it. You know, you don't have to follow somebody else's. People do the things that they do to feel the best that they feel. I'm definitely not somebody who talks down on that, but it's not for everybody. You know, one person's chocolate chip cookie dough is another person's mint chip. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's that. But I do think that for girls, it's just, you can't make friends anymore without having how you look and who you are thrown in your face. You can't take a picture to put on Instagram without a troll coming by and telling you your butt looks too big or your butt looks too small. You can't have somebody who comes by and you're like, hey guys, I just got my boobs done and I feel 10 times better about myself and I feel so freaking great and I'm gonna go out and conquer the world. And instead of being like, good for you, you found that thing that made you feel better about yourself and now you're going to succeed 10 times better. No, there's that person that's like, you didn't change yourself. It's like, what? They're happy and they're confident and they're in a healthy state of mind, and that's something that helped them get there. And I'm okay with that. There's always going to be those kinds of challenges, and I definitely think we waste a lot of our time comparing ourselves to things that really in the big picture don't matter. They don't apply to us. They don't, you know, you're not a photograph. You're a human being. You're not a captured image that can be manipulated and changed and altered to fit some crazy perception of perfection. You know, that's not life. That's not how we were meant to be. We were meant to be flawed. We were meant to be scarred. We were meant to have these things on our bodies that show where we've been, show where we're going. You know, we have all of these capabilities and we need to embrace, I think, some of the more beautiful sides of it and not the negative sides. So, but it can be challenging. I definitely think that one of the things we need to really focus on is the mental state behind a lot of that. My dogs are trying to get in. The mental state behind a lot of that. I think that we need to focus mostly on where we need to be happy and content and healthy with ourselves. And not try to manipulate that into fitting also into what somebody else or what a magazine said or a person online said. You know, you need to focus on where you need to be and not where somebody else thinks you should be, because that's not your journey. Your journey is yours. Their journey is theirs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it can be hard. You definitely need a good source of support, and you need somebody to talk to at all times. That's my cat. And that's always something that's very helpful in general, and especially if you're dealing with anxiety or depression, on top of dealing with things that are self-worth issues or self-confidence issues. It can be really overbearing. So definitely, if you guys are looking for somebody to talk to, you can always contact my friends at betterhelp.com/EmilyDoll. I'll put the link below. That is an amazing place for you guys to contact and find licensed therapists and counselors that you can talk to from the comforts of your own home. I like sitting on my couch wrapped in a fluffy blanket, eating some type of snack food while texting. I mean, that's how I get therapy. So I'm way better like typing or writing my feelings than verbally putting them out there. So I love the fact that BetterHelp has a text counseling option. So that's all. That's my shtick. That's what I have. I hope that you guys are going into this week with open minds and open hearts, because remember that you are in control of the days that fill your week. Make them amazing. Make everyone else's amazing. And for those who try to bring down your amazing, may they kick rocks and take their negativity elsewhere. I'm Emily Doll. I will see you guys next time. I love your faces. Bye!